President Biden landing in South Korea, taking his first trip to Asia since taking office, hoping to reinforce Indo-Pacific ties amid their Ukraine war. The first leg of his trip, touring a Samsung plant, advocating economic security as the U.S. continues to fight global supply chain disruptions caused by the pandemic. The trip comes at a critical time for Biden's foreign policy as the region continues to grapple with China's rising influence and threats of nukes from North Korea. Let's bring in our Britt Clennett in Seoul, along with White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks for more. Britt, let's start with you. President Biden met with the new president of South Korea, toured that Samsung semiconductor factory. How important is this relationship, both politically and economically, as we embark on this trip?
You know, extremely important on both fronts, I would say. Biden made that very clear when speaking at the Samsung factory today. He was greeted by the newly elected South Korean President Yoon for the very first time in person. Now, that factory will be replicated in Texas as part of Biden's push for homegrown manufacturing. We've heard that from the president from time to time, showing how the U.S. and South Korea are committed to combating resilience of supply chains, which are vital. Biden said that this is critical so that the U.S. economy and national security are not dependent on countries, he said, that don't share the same values. Now, Biden is here to rally friends and allies of the U.S. like Seoul, who historically have very strong ties that have only grown stronger over the years, especially with the looming threat of North Korea. Now, we have to remember that although Ukraine has dominated much of Biden's attention lately, this trip, his first as president to Asia, comes at a time of high tension in the region, and so enforcing close friendships like this one is key.
And Mary Alice, you officials are now saying that there is a real risk that North Korea could conduct another missile launch or even a nuke test while Biden is there. So how concerning is that right now? And will he actually make that symbolic trip that U.S. presidents usually make to the DMZ on trips like this?
Yeah, Kira, well, to that second question, the White House has been emphatic, saying no, that is not a part of the plan. But you're right, on the eve of the president leaving, the National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan briefed reporters and said that they have intelligence that North Korea could very much do one or both of those things you said, either test a ballistic missile or even test a nuclear weapon while President Biden is in the region and there in South Korea. They say they are paying close attention to this, obviously, that they are taking all kinds of precautions and that they are prepared to deal with anything. We've heard South Korean officials also brief reporters on their end, saying that they are making contingency plans if they have to change the trip's itinerary, shuffle these two foreign leaders to any different locations in the event of something like this. It would be a big deal. Obviously, it would be a significant provocation from North Korea, and like Britt said, a really big reminder that this region is also very dangerous.
Well, speaking of Biden's itinerary, Britt, what's next for Biden?
Well, we know that he's going to tomorrow meet with the newly elected president. He's going to be hosting the president at his private residence. They're going to have some ceremonial stuff as well on the agenda. And then he'll head to Tokyo on Sunday. That's going to be a very interesting one as well, where we're expecting, again, regional security to be front and center in this trip. We know that he's going to meet with the Quad leaders as well, including India and Australia. And again, there's probably going to be a lot of discussion on how to unite to meet the challenge of an emboldened China. He is expected to announce a regional economic bloc led by the U.S. to counter China's growing influence in the Indo-Pacific. So again, this idea that Biden is trying to send a message to the region that although his administration has been focused on the war in Ukraine, that this is an important region that he wants to take care of and unite allies here as well.
All right, Britt, Mary Alice, thank you both so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.